Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Lost in Chaos Scar, Season 2, Episode 1, Paralogue. This is Squirrel's adventures while he is separated from the rest of the party. We do have some new players here today that are going to be joining for these paralogue chapters. Or this paralogue story, rather. However, this title is Her Royal Highness Victoria. We shall begin with introductions, beginning with Enja.
Hello and good day. I am Enja Lumerias, and I will be your storyteller for this evening. I play the allies, I play the enemies, and I will play most NPCs and herald events that are to come. Boy, I hope they're positive. Now I shall pass it on. IDDoThings.
Hello, everyone. I'm IDDoThings, or IDO for short, if you prefer. And I'll be playing Aquarelle, the Hyusuan Samurai, and Water Dark. And I'll be passing it on to Paz.
Hello everybody, I'm Raharu, and I'll be playing Elvaroda, the water ground type Quagsire. Man, I'll be passing it on. Who's the next one?
That would be Gimund.
Gimund.
Hi, I'm Gimund, and I'll be playing a variant Charmeleon that is dark and fire, named Pyroclast.
And I am Zim. I am playing as Squirrel, the dragon fighting type Riolu. Off to you, Verdant.
Hello, I am Drunk Dragonera from my own channel here, and I am going to be playing Verdant, a Charizard that, with Storyteller approval, will be Fire Psychic. And Zard. Yay, Zard. Go ahead, Zypher.
Hi there, I'm Amaterasu. I'll be playing Zephyr, the fire-type Cyndaquil.
We have quite the group of ranges of evolutions with these folks. My guess is they're probably going to be assigned to Squirrel's party or something. I don't know. We'll find out what Enja's got in mind. But either way, for the recap, Squirrel woke up in a village in Ikana. He woke up to Noah there, his new best friend, kind of offering him some questionable advice, like forget his friends and whatnot. But we're sure it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen, right? They got some food to start off with. He got this really tasty bun, though didn't quite taste so good to him with the events of the day prior. And there was also he asked about a dummy to fight. Got taken down to the river where Noah fished up a Sharpedo who was not very happy about this, and Squirrel was like, no, you're not supposed to do that, the training there, and or with that. And then they went off to a farm field to train against a scarecrow. It still wasn't quite what Squirrel was looking for, though. The Scarecrow definitely was not designed for being attacked, after all. But then they, from that point, Greeves showed up. Noah deposited a whole bunch of Pokey in front of Squirrel for getting his debt paid off, as well as some extra money there as well. which Squirrel hesitated for a moment before gathering up the extra pokey and making sure that Greeves was fully paid off. And Squirrel also acquired some more... he also acquired some metal in order to do some forging. At that point, he had also sent Noah back to the library in order to return the party's pokey that Squirrel had been in charge of before he, when Noah came back, he and Noah went to the manor where he followed Noah. He got to first off inspect some castle forged steel, which was very intriguing to him. It was so well made, so pristine. And he followed into a meeting with the manor's owner, where they were meeting with what seemed to be another noble, who was not happy about the interruption until Noah did something. The other noble screamed and then suddenly was very friendly and compliant. Squirrel is very concerned at this point. But that's where we left off, so I'll go ahead and turn it over to Enja for setting the scene.
Very well, then. Picking up right where we were before, you are in a room as apparently a trade deal just been finished. And a Minun female seems to be organizing some papers that were left on the table, sorting them by file, and placing them away. All right. So, what was so important that you had to come back here? Hello, Miss Holly. I have a new friend. Really? You, a friend? Yes. All right, let's get a look at them. Obviously, something wrong. As the Minun is walking closer to Squirrel to look him up and down. She is shorter than you, though. She is a Minun.
Oh, those doggos.
Yes, they're
bark, of course.
I'm probably just going to investigate to see if there is anything that is currently stimulating them, but it should be no.
By the way, what Pokemon is Miss Holly?
Minun.
Minun.
How do you write that? Oh, Minun.
M-I-N-U-N?
Yeah, the little Pikachu lookalike. Yeah.
FYI, I did send new Talkie icon versions to you, Era, and... Okay, you got that, and you as well, Matteo. These icons are being done by Whiskers. You guys can actually see them being drawn live here on stream. Obviously, not everybody's gotten their icons just yet, but they'll be done soon.
Alright, I have removed all possible stimuli. Yes. The Minun named Miss Holly seems to be looking Squirrel up and down. Is like, oh, you are odd, aren't you?
Squirrel's just standing there in shock for the moment. He's dropped his ore on the floor, you know, the metal and such. Just kind of uncertain what to make of what he just saw Noah do. he is going to kind of stammer out. Well, I am I'm Squirrel. Yeah. Noah helped me get away from others.
Oh, you did something right then. What do you mean I did something right? I always do things right. That's a lie. But good for you, I guess. So he helped you.
He
Are
helped
you
me escape. Yeah.
another small eyebrow? You were kidnapped or something else?
He kind of just looks down.
Oh, you were sold. Okay. Damn.
No. I woke up with some others, and none of us really remember anything. But we get, or at least I get some memories here and there back, and they were making these doctors look over me, and one of them chained me down.
Huh. An experiment then. Weird, but alright. So you left alone? Or
Yeah. I don't think they want me back there anyways. Pretty sure they'll try and kill me if I were to come across them again.
You know, alright, Noah, you can have that one. Alright! Yep, you know what? I'm just gonna say, cool. I'm not gonna put my hands on that mess of a situation. You do you, I guess. Since apparently, I guess you don't have anywhere else to go. Normally, I'd think Noah kidnaps someone else, but I guess you're here now. Well, all things considered, I guess it doesn't really make a problem since you're unowned or unspoken for otherwise. So, sure, you can do what you want, I guess. Are you sure that he's your best choice, though? Like, I understand grab the only rope you have, but, like...
I
Are you
mean,
sure?
the other noble left already, right?
He did.
Squirrel is just kind of glancing behind him after where that noble went.
Noah is frowning very deeply at all these mean things that Holly is saying about him. Why is everyone so mean to him today?
I don't really know what to do otherwise anyways.
I guess.
I can try to be useful. I know how to work a forge a bit. I made this. He slowly brings his tail around with the weapon on it.
Huh. Titanium. Edge looks kind of rough. It seems like it was a rough job. Looks like it didn't cool evenly, or did it not? Or did it just not melt evenly? It looks like there's some scorching in the melt. Weird. Well, I'll tell you, it's definitely a unique product. What, did you get a Monferno to blast it or something?
I don't know what that is, but...
Right, amnesia. Fire type, blast super hot fire. Not terribly important.
One of my friends, at least I thought he was. Anyways, he did some fire to help melt it, and then Bien helped to forge it. But it was mostly me.
Neat.
I want to try and get better with that too.
All right. You really found someone with truly no other options, didn't you, Noah? You were saying that like it's a bad thing. I mean, whatever. I can't argue with you all day. You are so hard to teach sometimes. I am not. I have your notes. Why is he here in front of me? Because I don't know what to do. I figured. Oh my god. Well, unsurprisingly, Victoria knows about your little escapade. So here, as Holly is going to open one of the desks and pass out a note. It's your invitation to the castle to explain why you had an unauthorized little outing. Remember, you are a kingdom asset, Noah. I am very important. No, wrong. Try again. I listen to people that are in charge of me. Closer, I'll take it. Just hurry on over. Don't mess this up, okay? Now, how would I do that? I don't have time to list the ways. If I did, you'd be late. Just go. And follow your notes, damn it. I spent a long time making those, so stop eating them. But I have no other way to put them away. Get some clothes then, damn it! No, I will not. Get out of my office, kid. Okay, bye. As Noah starts trotting away.
Squirrel's just kind of awkwardly looking between Noah and the Minun, just uncertain what he should be doing.
Sorry about that. Alright. From the top, then. Who are you? What do you actually know?
Well, I know I used to be, or they say I'm used to be human.
She was holding a pencil. The pencil is now in 2 pieces. What?
It Sorry.
You're sure about that?
That is what they said.
Cool. Okay. Noah, come back. I'm sorry. About time. Now, I have a little request for you. You're talking to me in the nice tone. That means you're going to tell me to do something, correct? You are going to take your new little friend to meet the queen. We're going to get the full story from him, and then it seems that we're going to have to start getting busy.
Oh yeah, this isn't ominous at all.
But I only have the one letter. He'll figure something out, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I bet you will. Alright, good luck. I feel like I'm being set up again. She clicks her tongue. Well, are you gonna do it? You're not going to help me, are you? No, I've told you to do something, the rest is on you. He is going to narrow his eyes and say, I'm going to ask the queen if I can stop listening to you. Yeah, well, yeah, do your best to get her to say yes. Noah's eyes are narrowing, and you cannot particularly read his expression as he is leaving more slowly, not breaking eye contact with her until his head passes around a corner.
So I'm going with him?
You are. It shouldn't be a problem. You're friends, right?
Yeah.
All
He
right.
will scoop up his oar and kind of try to hurry after Noah.
Squirrel, one thing to note. This oar is very heavy, and you've been carrying it for a bit now. You've even had to carry it upstairs. You are still kind of sore, so I'm going to need an athletics check to see how much longer you can keep carrying 8 bulks worth of ore.
All right. Is this gonna be the tail? Okay. I mean, still 3. Not bad.
It's all right. You're starting to shudder and you're starting to shake. Oh boy. You might not make it down the stairs without a few ingots tumbling.
He is still going to keep going until he can't.
All right. Let's roll a luck dice. Let's call high or low, kiddo.
Hi.
Lucky you. It's close, though. It's really close.
He's here to get stronger. And he can't do that without training.
You make it to the bottom of the stairs, but your arms are quivering and some servants are looking in your general direction. Just a few more steps and you'll at least make it outside the house. Noah is slowing down as he's pondering. The heavy footsteps are getting slower. What could ever be wrong?
Squirrel is gonna keep pushing through. I'm guessing another roll.
Yep. Hey,
Determination!
sheer determination is pushing him forward. With a mighty effort, he presses forward, perhaps re-tapping into the draconic indignation. It's like, no, I won't fail. Not in front of all these people that are looking at me. Not in front of... You really care about these strangers for some reason.
He will not
As you press
fail.
forward. And you do make it outside the house before... Let's see. Can you last high or low?
Hi.
Lucky you.
Mm-hmm.
As your arms hurt. Oh, they're hurting. Your shoulders feel like they're going to pop from their sockets before something happens. Noah is now walking like sideways and under you. His head against the backs of your hands. Like, is this what we're doing now? Is it like this? As you now kind of have a support beam under that seems to be taking a lot of the weight.
He kind of grunts. He is panting heavily, but he gives a weak smile. Thank you.
What are these for? Is
Gonna
is this training? Is this training?
carrying heavy stuff. Yeah, but need them to forge with.
Oh. I guess you forge, but and also carry. Your bag is small.
Don't it's just stuff
You're
in
gonna-
my cape.
You're gonna fall over.
I'll make it.
I can do awkward walking. I can do... As with your luck roll, no one might realize that that Squirrel is determined, but may need maybe just a little support.
He is very determined, but yes, he is going to need support.
Oh, won't he?
Very much so.
You know, how did they say it? Oh, right. Being stubborn is a weakness? with the majority of the weight on the ingot still on his head, he is raising a paw to check his notes one more time. Like, okay. Let's see. Check notes. Not asking for help and failing on purpose is pretty dumb. Yes.
He will sigh. Okay, maybe you can carry them.
Okay, you can just drop them then.
He drops them on the ground.
Oh no, you misunderstand because when you apparently did that right away, correct? He
Yeah.
was under your hands.
Oh, right.
As Noah is summarily buried in ingots.
Oh, sorry.
Darkness starts to unravel and wrap around the ingots as Noah just seems to reform and the ingots are gone. Okay, let's go.
Where did they... Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
I am big on the inside. Big on
Yeah.
He
Gives a
Kirby'd
little
them.
Yeah, he did carry them.
No, he sent them
He
to
is a-
outer space.
He is a Kirby that can pull out anything he puts in.
Outer space.
Outer space it is.
Thank you, Outer Space Foundation.
For apparently sponsoring this TV question mark?
That is an old joke from an older from our Starfinder campaign.
Oh, I've seen outer space around, especially with weasels.
Well, yes, but it was a joke. Long story short, one of the characters got really injured. The chat helped to heal him, and they put in as part of it this Outer Space Foundation that anytime somebody mentioned certain keywords, the character would just automatically say, "Thank you, Outer Space Foundation."
That's cool.
Very fun.
They got him a new leg and hand because he got them burned
Oh.
off.
Oh.
He was in a racing accident.
I see.
Ooh.
Let's see. Now, which characters might be here? I wonder.
As everybody slowly stares at the DM. Matt's head churn.
No. I'm more asking which characters would be in this village and which characters would prefer to be at the castle. Since I have basically arranged this with a lot of you today, we didn't have a lot of time to make plans. Now, the Samurott I know will be at the castle.
Okay. Sounds good.
I would.
Whereas the rest of you have a pretty good chance of being could very reasonably just be around here.
I think
Have
Elba
no
would.
preference.
I think Elba would be at the village, personally.
Yep.
I know Pyroclast has been wandering around thanks to influence, so
Yep.
it's reasonable that he's probably been watching Squirrel since he got to the village.
Yep. And apparently the local weirdo is back. According to this town, village place.
Which one's the local weirdo?
Noah.
Oh, that one. Okay.
They don't have other ways of describing Noah.
No, yeah, the local widow I think is like the very apt way to describe him.
Seeing Pyroclast on screen makes me want me to make the obvious joke.
Verdant has a son.
I am dad.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So,
between the two of you.
I'll just start off by Noah aimlessly wondering about. It's like, now, where is the castle actually? I always teleport there. I don't know where it is. Can you? No, you cannot do that. I had to do that. Oh no. As he looks back to Squirrel, still fatigued and sore from his recent exertions.
Squirrel's probably taken this moment to just sit, or more accurately, flop on the ground. Also, Gimund, here are your icons.
Noah is going to start setting up a sign beside the two of them that says, "Help us." And is just sitting beside it with a smile. An exhausted Riolu and an Eevee that is just sitting there with a blank neutral smile.
Oh my, do you think they need help?
Well, certainly everyone could see it, but who would? Who would approach? Yon opportunity has been created, as they're basically sitting outside, not too far from a noble's manor, past the gates. An exhausted Riolu, a weird Eevee that is black and white, and a sign that just says, "Help us."
Yeah,
Because apparently, to Noah, this is the best way to get help.
of course it is. I would think like a certain quagsire would begin approaching if he saw us said help us.
Yep.
Hey, Matteo, you want to be in the village too?
Certainly.
Well, then you should speak up. Be part of it.
But how can we make a lurker participate? But how?
You stand behind him and stare until he says something.
Yep.
Indeed.
All right. Quagsire, go. Or I mean, Elva.
Mhm. So, as the quagsire sees those two in the distance setting their help sign up, he is going to approach them.
Hi. You're an adult, I assume.
Quagsire, do not. I am
Cool.
indeed. I am indeed an adult. What is the matter with it?
I don't know how to go places with normal methods.
The quagsire is gonna tilt his head. Normal methods.
Yes. I don't know where the castle is.
The quagsire is going to like put a hand on his forehead and the the castle of Victoria. That's her name,
Yeah,
right?
that's the one.
I'm just imagining that there's just a giant castle that is clearly visible from where we're at, and you know.
It's in the distance. However, funny that you mentioned that. That it is actually visible from their location. So Elva might just like look at him look past him in the other direction. It's like, well.
Elba is looking around for a moment. It's like like he feels like he's being pranked for a moment, but then he's going to point where the castle is clearly located. It's over there, actually.
He's going to turn around and say, "No, you are wrong. That is small. I can't fit in that." I can't.
Small because it is far away from.
Oh, yeah. I was lying. I can fit in things that small.
This website is gonna tilt his head. Need somebody to escort you? What do?
Maybe. He needs help. And maybe... As he's going to look at Squirrel. And he just, like, leans closer, like, "Do you need things?"
What kind of things?
There is an adult here that is here to help us, I think. They know where the castle is.
Oh, they can take help us get there.
Do you need other things?
Nothing comes to mind.
Yes.
What?
Yes, you can take us to the castle. And you, over there, with the blue eyes that's just been staring, you can also do the same thing. I can feel your ghost vision.
Elba is going to look around to the hell noise pointing. Huh? Who? Blue eyes?
You see a Charmeleon with a hone edge on their back, just staring at this group that is seemingly formed around this like stall.
Yep.
Of all the sideshows you see walking around in a place like this must be one of the strangest, the Cyndaquil will say. Stepping up beside the blue-eyed stranger with this look of like, are you seeing what I'm seeing here?
Hello, perfectly normal and innocuous person.
This isn't a sideshow. This is not some thing. At least I don't think it is.
I
To
will
be fair,
give my services.
The Eevee does kind of have a jester collar and,
Pure black and white. So yes. In fact, I will put him in media sharing just so that everyone can see him.
Not a sideshow. Got you.
Everybody here does have access to the Lost in Chaos chat, by the way.
Oh, they do. Then I'll just repost him so that they can find him more easily. Look at this little weirdo. Look at this.
Right, not a sideshow. So we have Wingus and Dingus in the clown setup. We have, I'm sorry, the clown with whose whole bit appears to be that he doesn't understand perspective. We have you putting up a sign that simply reads "Help us" with so few details. I
am also responsible for that, and my exhausted friend who is going to break his arms if he did not drop all of his ingots on top of me.
Is
ingots?
Metal things that are square, long squares.
Oh, metal.
Everyone
That
knows the
was-
long stairs. Everyone.
Squirrel is just flopped on his back, just staring up at the sky
I
right
just-
now.
Testing.
I can hear.
We can hear you now.
Miss anything important?
No. Just various comments on, you guys are a joke.
I just got here. I thought somebody needed help.
Yes.
I agree. They certainly need some form of help. Tell me, do you care to elaborate? What exactly is it that you're posting a sign for?
No, we'll proudly pull the envelope out of his mouth and wave it. It does have the royal seal on it. I have to go to the castle. I do not know how to get to the castle.
It's over there, kid. And he points
is
at the and he points at the building the Quagsire pointed to before.
Everyone is saying that small place is the castle. But how is he gonna fit in it? And he's going to look at Squirrel.
Squirrel's just kind of.
He'd have to be a puddle to fit in that. That is bad for his health. That is bad for his health.
I don't want to be a puddle.
I don't want that either.
Also, kid, are you okay? Looking at Squirrel on the ground.
I'll
The
be
drop
fine in
metal.
a moment.
The dropped metal was very heavy. Wait. We will make a team right here, and then you will accept my mission.
Elba is going to play. I am already part of it.
Improvised team.
I'm part of a team too.
Improvised team.
Listen, I'm sure you're nice and all, but I don't want any part of this show. Besides, I doubt you've got anything to offer. He says, kind of baiting the offer of poke or something else.
I have many things. He checks his notes. Offer me first. And then he looks at an addendum. If they are unbelieving, pull out the one in the loose ones. Okay. As he's then going to reach into his mouth one more time and pull out a very large bag that jingles when it hits the ground, actually. There are very many coins inside of it that have very large numbers peeking out from the top.
Improvised team.
Elvaroda is going to give a. Well, I personally don't need the money, although I am not going to refuse it.
Yes. Money solves many things. I have been taught this lesson, and thus I have gotten a lot of it.
Meanwhile, somewhere else a bank is conveniently empty.
I had nothing to do with that. I can't be blamed on. I can't keep being blamed for that. It was only my fault the first few times.
Also, where were you storing that?
I am big inside.
Oh, a pocket dimension inside? Intriguing.
What?
I've only ever seen that something like that once before.
Yes. Things you are saying. Yes.
Well,
I will agree if I do not understand.
so you want to go to the castle, and you are very much hiding us to get you.
Also,
That we can understand, correct?
It would be appreciated.
I'd be happy to help. Oh, by the way, I haven't even introduced me. My name is Elba, Elvaroda, but you could just call me Elba.
Okay, Elva. I am Noah.
Squirrel raises a weak arm. I'm Squirrel. Before it flops back down on the ground.
Oh, if we're introducing ourselves, I'm Pyroclast. The guy on my back, he doesn't talk much, but his name is Edge.
I have seen those before. They are very sharp, supposedly. Edge is funny. He could have also just be called Hilt.
And
I would not recommend grabbing that.
And you can call me Zephyr.
Hooray! Escort team!
Squirrel's going to groan as he sits up. And slowly gets to his feet.
Now, how do we get to the castle without teleporting?
Walk.
Or we could ask for a carriage. I thought that would take. I thought that would cost some poke.
I'm good with walking.
I will take the carriage, because the queen is probably expecting me to teleport, and she is probably not going to be happy if I take a very long time. But also, any problem that... Hold on. Takes out the notepad again. Any problem that can be solved with money should be... Yes. Oh yeah, how much did you guys want?
Again?
I think I'm supposed to pay up front? Because this is an improvised team.
We can discuss payment really when it comes to me. I don't know about the other two.
Money. as he is looking towards the Quilava and Black Charmeleon.
The Cyndaquil will have a look over to the Charmeleon, like, I don't know, what do you think this is worth?
Well, I mostly just wander around and just do things.
So, question, if I may. Why exactly do you guys need an escort?
Because I am awful with directions, and he has never been here in his life. Noah's saying this as if he is proud of the fact.
Of course he would.
Elba is immediately.
Frick. I do things. You and Era sound so identical.
They do.
Elba is immediately going to leave. Go to wherever the carriage server in the village is
Also,
to rent one.
Raharu, your icon is done.
Woo!
Which means the entire party's icons are done.
Nice.
Job, Whiskers.
All right, give me a moment to change that. Yeah, Elba is leaving to basically get the carriage because
The smart thing to do, honestly.
yeah.
As yes, there is a Toro service here too. However, it seems that they're already taking someone, and they've just made a stop here. But they're heading in the same general direction, so they wouldn't mind taking you on for a less than standard price if you don't mind. If you don't mind sharing an extra large space.
If it's the everybody's going to the only one available, don't really have a choice, do I?
Fair enough.
So who is the who are we sharing? Who are we gonna be sharing the?
All right, Verdant. I believe it's time for you to introduce yourself.
Yep, Verdant is in the carriage. He is the Black Charizard with an extremely oversized tail that is taking up way too much space, and you suddenly realize why he chose to take a carriage.
Yep, it is a very large carriage. However, Verdant's tail is not to be underestimated. Not ever. Maybe also why, if you are indeed sharing the wagon, why it is at a slight discount, as you are either going to have to crowd or sit on him.
Oh, I see. I'm not entirely sure if the others will okay with this, but I guess we have no choice.
Squirrel had wandered over, or more limped over, and he's just kind of staring at the Charizard.
The Zard slowly looks over in your direction, then he'll pull his tail back a little bit to give you guys room to get on.
Squirrel is looking starry-eyed, mouth agape.
Noah trots over. We have ride!
I'm assuming this whole town knows who Noah is, right?
Yeah, no, they know. He's that weird guy that is pretty much impossible to predict because he is way too knowledgeable, way too unknowledgeable. His priorities and morals are weird, but he's always so earnest about everything? Question mark?
Verdant is going to make the disinterested face at Noah, then move to look straight forward because, oh no.
Oh, you're on a wagon with him.
I apologize in advance.
Shrug.
I'm okay with this. As Squirrel is scampering on. Still just
Escort!
staring at Verdant with starry-eyed gaze.
Escorts unto me! Also, I have found your parent? He's looking at Pyroclast and then at Verdant, like, oh, it's Big U!
Hey, now. Easy with that word. I'm no escort, he would say before stepping onto the wagon.
And that isn't my parent.
But it's not? Oh, it's your...
Squirrel's looking between the two of them. You know, the resemblance is rather uncanny.
Well, I really don't know what to say. And he just shrugs and then steps into the carriage.
You two look like the remains of a fireplace.
The Zard lets out a very heavy sigh at such a wording.
Hmm.
He's just glaring at Noah now.
I know. You are mad because you have not taken the money yet.
Huh. Sure.
Okay, how much?
Truly, this is
Oh my.
the dankest dungeon.
IDDoThings tipped $5. #DragonDad detected.
Fair, I guess. Oh, lordy me.
Okay, and well, since everybody's inside the carriage, Elba is going to ask, so when is the carriage leaving?
Yes, Zephyr, get on. And
Zephyr.
you, big Pyro, also come with us. I can pay you too.
He is coming with us. He originally got the carriage for himself.
No, after the carriage.
Oh,
Yes, improv team.
You ever
What is
seen that
with
look
this
somebody?
kid?
You ever see that look somebody gives when they're realizing that they're about to get roped into something that they had nothing to do with?
Just the irritated yet resigned.
I was going to bar.
Oh! You want drinks? You
He gives that nod of yeah.
Oh, hold on, excuse me. You as he's like starts like patting over his tail, like feeling for something. It is hard for you to get drunk, isn't it?
He will nod.
Okay, hold on. As he then starts pulling bottles out of his mouth and setting them on the wagon floor.
Is the
Like,
carriage at least underway now?
it is moving as everyone is in, and the tortoise is not terribly fond of this nonsense.
That was
yeah. I wouldn't imagine he is.
However, Verdant, you do not particularly recognize some of these brands. This is... What is this?
What is this fireball I see here?
Oh, it's water booze. Water type. It doesn't burn easily.
He's just gonna kind of give him the "Are you kidding me?" look.
I'm not.
Then looks at the others with them and gives them the "Are you kidding me?" and then does that whole hand motion towards Noel, right?
Noah. Yeah.
Noah does that whole hand motion to Noah like this is happening.
Drink.
The Quagsire is giving many nods.
Very resigned sigh.
I will finish your objective so you can do mine.
Shrugs, picks up one of the bottles.
Now, I will imagine Verdant is an experienced drinker.
Fair bit. It's something to kill the time.
Okay. tipping one of these bottles back, you almost do a spit take. This is... Oh my god, your mouth is burning somehow. What the hell is this?
Making the mouth of a fire that burn. That is some strong sting.
Yeah, he'll just stare at it for a few moments at the bottle, then do that slow exhale with a whole lot of heat coming out of his mouth.
Oh yeah, your fire is blue. Your fire.
He'll give it an appreciative nod, and sit back, and be like, "Okay, I go."
Yes.
Ah,
Noah seems pleased with his recruitment. This water booze is... Or apparently this water type booze is not the worst, at the very least.
Oh, weird
Perhaps-
to see another one with blue flames too.
Perhaps they have to make it extra potent, because if they try to drink it underwater, it'll get diluted. Ergo, no, don't stop it from being diluted. Just make it so potent that it doesn't matter.
guess that makes sense.
He'll just sit there for a few moments and go, "Excuse silence. Throat burnt.
Are
Speaking
you-
hard?"
Are you alright? That didn't burn off your vocal cord, did it?
He shakes his head no. Long time ago.
Okay,
No.
good.
Noah seems slightly pleased before wondering if he should offer one of these bottles to Pyroclast, and then just reaches over and starts feeling his tail and his shoulder and say no, that will kill you.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
You explode. You explode. So what do you want then? You have not given me a price yet.
We'll see where this ends up once we get to the castle.
Okay, Zephyr.
Yes.
I have not paid you either. I have not paid many people in my improvised team yet, which is very strange.
You know, where I come from, payment is upon services rendered. You know, so that scam artists don't run off with the cash.
He'll just stare at him slightly wide-eyed as if somehow this thought had never occurred to him ever.
I shouldn't have told you that bit. 200. We'll be fine.
Okay. as he will hand him a single 200 Poke coins, I could pay more. You could buy 4 apples with that. But actually, that's a lot of food, come to think of it.
I think you need it more than I do, bud. You
I've got so much, though.
you don't seem like you get out much, and that coin might just save your life if I let you hang on to it.
Wow, someone is being nice to me today. Multiple people are being nice to me today. And earlier, so many people were being rude. Wow!
At this point, Zephyr will also have a look at Verdant. Yep, this is really happening.
The carriage trundling as the Tauros are vehemently refusing to get involved with this argument or with this dialogue.
Yeah. Verdant will just return the nod of, "Yep, this is happening." Take another
Same
drink.
with Pyroclast.
Elba is just going to look at the three of you absent-mindedly.
The calming presence that has accepted the situation without resignation.
Mm-hmm.
Truly a bastion of maturity.
Squirrel has kind of just not stopped staring at Verdant.
Squirrel, apparently, you can get dragons to join you with a funny fire liquid.
He will note this knowledge.
It seems that your friend, while weird, is extremely capable.
Right now, he's just hoping he doesn't get hunted down and killed, you know?
Yes.
So, I am kind of curious. Why exactly do you guys need to head to the castle?
I was called for. Miss Holly said so. It's Noah waves his royal invitation again. And then she told me to take Squirrel because he is a huge as he then remembers some of his notes to do not divulge other people's secrets.
Is that who?
He important.
Who?
I don't know why, but yeah, she decided that I needed to go too.
Well, fair enough. I guess that does make sense. Guys
I'm
didn't know how.
sure I'll find out why when we get there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I guess all of us just got roped along in. What is turn of events?
Yes. It is an excellent turn of events.
As if he was waiting for the other one, the last one, to figure out that this was a interesting turn of events. Finally nods.
Well, if nothing else, you did get your drinks.
He's not complaining. He's getting bought with alcohol to show up at the castle. He has no idea what's going on. He doesn't really care right now.
Yep.
Something tells me he might need a lot more.
Well, good thing that there's more bottles.
We will burn those bridges when we cross them.
Yep. There's a lot of fire on this team, all things considered.
Possibly as we're crossing them.
Yes, it's three fire types, one dragon type, and a water type here.
And there's going to be another water type soon enough to put out that fire, because Squirrel also knows Ember.
Yes, Squirrel does.
No. How delightful.
So many fire types. Amazing.
Yeah! Let's hope we don't wander into a water type dungeon, huh?
Oh, funny that you would say something like that. Why would that ever be the case on a continent across the ocean? You're ridiculous. No, you're gonna run into a rock type dungeon.
No, I went with water type, so so that way the water types on the team don't have advantage there.
I can't be mean to everyone. However, fun fact: when Raharu was asking me which character to bring, I could have selected his Charmander. We could have had a whole family here.
That is true.
It was like when I saw Verdant being made, I was like, oh, this is a thing.
Yep. Unfortunately, I chose to defy fate, break the cycle.
It honestly would have been very funny if you had decided to if you had asked me to go with Bex. We
Yes.
we have had the whole Charmander line here.
Marvelous.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh,
No, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, he's going to look at the Burden and Pyroclast for a moment and say, "Say, Hydra, you two wouldn't happen to have a missing Charmander? You know of a missing Charmander, would you?"
Nope.
Hmm. Okay. I was just asking. It's something I tend to ask whenever I see anybody from the Charmander. Come on. I have a bit of Charmander under my wing who lost his family and I haven't been able to find it.
Huh.
Squirrel, meanwhile, is pulling out his lock-picking set and the locks, and then sighs a bit and tucks him back away into his cape.
Elba is going to say that and he's going to inquire about it. Oh, what is that, Squirrel?
Something I typically fidget with, but
What?
well, the person that gave it to me probably wants me dead, so I don't know.
Wait, what?
Elba is going to tell his he wants that? Why?
Oh, that's right. This is my friend Squirrel. I found him and I took him away from bad people, I think.
They weren't bad, or not.
They were bad for you. And you were bad for them. Theoretically? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's probably the better way to put it.
Yes. Incompatible.
Hmm. Oh. Well, can you tell us about this? Tell me about these people?
Real
I
quick,
can.
Enja, do you have any other art of the Noah?
I do.
Whiskers would like to draw them.
Okay. Fair enough. Basically he's got three stages. You've seen two of them, but I will repost the shadow thing.
Send them to me in DMs, and I can send them to, or whichever form that you want Whiskers to draw them in. I don't know what Whiskers is going to draw, but
All right.
Sounds cool.
Then probably his default, which is the black and white.
the Joker one.
That's the one.
Okay,
That is him at perfect neutrality.
Once again, Whiskers, I require you at all games I run.
Also, Whisker, you did amazing drawing Elba. Thank you.
And so fast too.
Yeah, for those that didn't watch the SAR episode, you know, the SAR session before this, Whiskers literally did all of these icons in less than 4 hours. I'd probably say maybe 3 hours-ish.
I was surprised to get a new icon.
Yeah, Godspeed, Age with Whiskers.
Whiskers is awesome.
Yes.
Whiskers is indeed awesome.
Very true.
we should probably continue.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was, damn it, I forgot what was the last thing I asked.
You were asking about the Charmander line because you have a Charmander on your team.
Oh no, I already asked that question, but then I was asking Squirrel's thing.
About his team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the last thing I asked is, can you tell me about them?
He just kind of shuffles awkwardly in his seat.
Elba's going to look at that and said, "Ah, okay, don't worry. If you don't feel comfortable talking about it, you don't have to. I was curious."
It was better for everyone if I went. Well, the
Mm,
way I went, they probably do want me killed.
you say that, but without context, I can't really make an opinion one way or the other. You don't seem like a bad kid.
He glances at his tail axe, which he actually has still not cleaned the blood off of.
Elba's going to look at the tail axe, and he doesn't seem like getting it for a moment, but eventually you see his expression change. Oh, you had a scuffle with weapons?
They wouldn't let me leave.
Huh. Well,
The Zard suddenly very distinctly looks away at that wording.
hmm. Why did they not want to let you leave? Were you a prisoner?
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Mm-hmm. So you were not a prisoner, but you wanted to leave, but so, somebody tried to stop you.
He nods.
I see. Sounds like a complicated situation. Hmm. Eh, it does seem like something you needed to get away from, though. And you seem pretty upset about it.
They
Mm,
were my. At least one of
mm,
them was my friend, I think. But he also tried to stop me from leaving, so.
huh. Maybe they didn't want you to. Maybe they didn't want you to go away. Like, I don't know. How did this not leaving situation happen?
He sighs a bit. They just. They chained me down. And let
What?
I,
these doctors do whatever they wanted.
El- Elba's going to close his. That doesn't sound like something friends.
Yeah, no.
They wanted me to do more meds and...
Oh my god, I totally forgot. I went back and talked to them.
You... What?
Yeah, I got caught when I was leaving the money. Oh, by the way,
Oh.
I have a thing for you from Chomper. That's the one. That's the one, right? You kept arguing.
Chomper?
Yeah, hold on. And he reaches into his mouth and pulls out a note. Here it is. Or a whole ass letter, rather.
He will take it and begin reading.
Alright, should I read it aloud or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
Probably going to be reading this out loud.
Squirrel isn't going to be reading it out loud, but for the viewers, we'll have it read out loud.
Yep.
Fair.
It's very much in Chomper dialogue, or it's very much in Chomper scribbled. It's not the best, but it is legible. Hey Squirrel, it's Chomper. I miss you already. It's not the same without you here. Things have been getting hard here, and there's a lot of scribbles here. Like a lot of hesitation was had, and lots of clenched quill, as if the writer was extremely stressed during this. I hope you are still finding shinies and making more cool weapons. Kaza is okay. Thank you for not attacking at your max. You did worry Vane. He thinks you tried to kill him because it's a weapon. Please don't do that. He has a lot going on. Please be careful of Vane. I think Kaza was being weird too. I'll ask and tell you when I see you. I know Kaza would not hurt you. He's a great guy. Trust me. I started training with him, and yeah, I'm sorry, Squirrel. I didn't get to tell you, and I didn't want you to be mad at me like Vane. I learned a move to try to help you. It's not dangerous. It can never hurt you. It's just to help you calm down if you were ever going to hurt someone or yourself. And I would never used it, but Kaza was bleeding and I didn't know what was going on. I saw you powered up and I don't know if you were being attacked too by something. I hope Noah is telling the truth and you are safe right now. I don't know. I'm trying to trust people. It seems hard for me to trust people too, even now. Paz and Scruff there did their best not knowing what was going on. Scruff saw Kaza hurt too and was trying to protect them. I'll fill Paz in on what's going on. We all are getting hit with a lot of stuff. It's hard. We need to stick together. Please come back. I'll try to calm down Vane. No more doctors. If you want, I could try to learn doctor stuff. Scruff is learning a lot too. Paz is learning a lot about themselves. Kaza training with me, and Bo scribbled out. Vane is doing his best. I'm gonna convince everyone, and it's gonna be okay. You'll get stronger. Till then, I'm your teammate for life. Stay safe, bro. See you soon.
Damn, that was nice.
Squirrel is visibly trying not to cry over this and just kind of carefully puts the letter into his cape. Just quietly watching, looking out the, I assume the carriage has a window.
Yes.
Elba is going to reach out to Scroll and begin patting his head. I'm not going to ask what the letters because it's probably something personal from you. Seems that it made you sad. My hope I not sure what you're going through, but I'll help you out as much as I can right now.
Thank you.
Elba's going to give a smile.
The guy who wrote that letter, I think he hates me. I think he hates me so much.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, and on the back are some instructions because I talked to people for a long time that did not seem to like you. It was birds. Birds don't like you. Maybe stay away from birds in the future. But
It's
they
a really
said,
good thing nobody in this group decided to pick a bird.
that Noah making all the observations that he can. Man, those birds are really on Squirrel.
Oh no.
Squirrel has pissed off the magpies.
Oh, there's no coming back from that. You're lost now,
I
man.
know, right?
We just might as well push you off the edge ourselves here, man. Save you some trouble.
But supposedly there are forgiveness conditions. So it is not impossible for all aggressions to be let go. Noah seems proud of himself.
Bane said that?
Well, he said that you would have to apologize to Kaza, and that if Kaza forgives it, he will not kill you.
He nods a bit.
Small grunt from the Charizard.
Elba blinks. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure how to feel about those instructions.
Oh, Kaza's the guy he attacked with an axe, supposedly.
I just wanted to leave. He wouldn't let me.
Yep. That's how things happen.
I. Hmm.
Hmm.
For a moment there, I thought you had been escaping from some sort of mad scientist laboratory or something. From the way you were describing it.
No, they just make
The mad
me...
scientists give you a radical axe.
They just want me to take meds that make things worse.
Man,
You broke out.
meds for what? I said meds for what?
I guess I've got ADHD. Not sure what that is, but I grabbed this book before I left, and I'll figure out how to handle it. He pulls out a book that just, You know what, Enja? What does it say on the title?
Which book did you take?
The ADHD one.
All right. Now, were you checking, or did you just grab a book that had the acronyms ADHD?
Well, you said that there was a pile of the books that he wanted, just seemingly ready to go. But he
Yeah,
was
that
going
was
to try
Norse
and
handiwork.
find. He was going to try and find one for managing it on his own and handling it and stuff.
By the way, were you going to say something, Pyroclasm?
He just said, huh, when, Squirrel said he had ADHD.
Elba is going to ADHD. ADHD. I feel like I heard that word, those letters said in that way somewhere before.
I
Yeah.
think it's,
As no one picks up the book. It's awesome. Dragons have dogs.
Verdant will hold up a single claw and then shake his head no. Just the disappointed no.
Elba seems to be thinking very, very hard as he's trying to remember something.
Headcanon, his pupils shrink when he does that, like birds do when they have to think.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a lack of focus or something?
Oh. Wait, yes. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. That's what those letters stand.
All I know is the doctor said I have it, and they gave me meds that made me really mean, and then other meds that made me just not eat. I don't want more meds. I don't want more doctors.
Well, medicine is not my area of expertise, but I have read about sometimes. I have heard that it's not something that happens, and because of that, medicine for it is very experimental at the moment. So that's so side effects are prone to occur. I'm guessing that's what happens. You were hit by the side effects really hard.
Squirrel's gonna be backing against the side of the carriage. His pupils getting narrower and just kind of a look of fear on his face.
Are you okay?
Not doctors. None of you are doctors, right?
Elba shakes his head. I'm not a
No?
doctor.
What's
I'm
a
not a
doctor?
doctor. I'm not a doctor. I just like reading a lot.
Zard will shake his head and then slide over to try and make room for you and pat a seat next to him.
He's patting the seat next to him?
Yes. As if to say, come sit over here. Give yourself space.
Squirrel will cautiously move over. But he does shoot a glance at the silent Zephyr.
Zephyr has been just kind of watching this situation pensively. Equal parts concerned for the obviously distressed Pokemon, but also wondering if there's some part of this story that he's missing. Not everything seems to line up in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I will say Squirrel's been kind of piecemealing the story altogether.
Yeah.
Not something that he is entirely enthusiastic to talk about.
Using exactly giving us a lot of data. We're pretty much piecing these things from what Noah and Squirrel are kind of telling us.
Admittedly, Noah's knowledge on many things is also very limited, as he didn't really get the full story. He was there for the incident, and he helped as he was asked to.
Mhm. Hmm. Are
Oh
you?
yeah, I kind of got stopped on one of my last requests when a mind chow just sort of exploded through a door and punched me in the face. I bounced off the floor like a skipping stone.
Also,
right.
Squirrel is sitting next to Verdant.
Yeah, Verdant's gonna do that thing where he puts his hands to his chest, brings it up as if to take a deep breath, and then exhales some heat.
Elijah, you may suspect that perhaps Noah got smacked maybe too hard, as you are not familiar with him. If a mind shall apparently bashed him in the face, then that means that was a direct headshot, and supposedly he bounced on the floor several times.
I mean, I don't think it would surprise anyone at this rate.
Mhm. Ah,
But he's also a little too clear on some things, so maybe it's just selective amnesia.
what is this about a mean shower?
I will point out that Squirrel's body language isn't so much a. He's trying to be truthful and completely honest. It's just they're raw emotions still.
Yeah.
So he's not giving off signs that he's trying to lie or purposely mislead. It's just difficult emotionally for him to share the whole story.
And I reckon a part of him's still angry.
Not angry.
Something too soon.
Exactly.
Zephyr will lean back, crossing his arms behind his head, and continue to take in the conversation if there is more. Otherwise, just kind of getting lost in his own thoughts.
Elba is going to. Girl, are you calmer now? Are you okay? I'm not a doctor, I swear. I just like reading a lot.
Squirrel's still looking at Zephyr, though. Because he did ask if people were doctors, and Zephyr's the only one that hasn't said yay or nay.
At this point, Zephyr can feel the pair of eyes latched onto him. He kind of looks up and says, "What?"
You're not a doctor, are you?
What? You think a doctor has time to join some random party trying to find a castle we can already see? For 200 poke? Get out of here. I'm not a doctor.
Oh, doctors are important people, I guess, if that is the case.
Squirrel's giving a sigh of relief and slumping into Verdant's side.
So I'm going to take a guess and say that you don't like doctors. I assume?
He shakes his head.
Is there a reason for that?
There's things I remember from... He glances at Noah. Before I woke up, I don't remember much from before. Just things
You're
with doctors.
Oh, you're an amnesia. Oh dear.
He nods.
Yes, he is a friend to help.
What did he say?
He is a friend to help. However, the wagon ride will come to a stop as you are parked in front of the castle's gates.
Ah, we actually talked throughout that entire ride.
Taros are pretty quick, actually.
Pretty true. Well, we're here. We arrived at the castle.
Okay, party go! As Noah just hops out first, utterly delighted.
Well, at least
now,
he's enthusiastic.
Aquarelle.
It's just Aquarelle.
Oh, Aquarelle.
Go on.
You know very well who that is when they jump out the wagon. In fact, you have very specific orders to bring that person specifically to Her Highness. Force is allowed if needed.
I reckon he's
Because
just.
most people in the castle know very well about Noah and what an odd little entity he is. And if he's feeling willful, perhaps physical encouragement is not an improper method with which to use.
All right.
As that is, by all technicality, according to the Queen, a kingdom asset that is less responsible than it should be. However,
All right.
there are assurances made that no matter what, it can be put into states of discomfort, but it cannot be seriously injured as some attempts previously had been made. However, as you are approaching to engage in your potential duty, there are other people in the wagon who are also leaving with it. What?
Well, I reckon, and Aquarelle would also be genuinely surprised that he didn't just poop here, like
Also,
usual.
Yes. This seems to be an unusual circumstance because, for one, he's late. For two, he rode here on a wagon. For three, he has company? This is an odd situation.
Approaching Noah, Aquarelle's just gonna look down at him and just go, I see you just took your time getting here. Well, what was the holdup? Who are all these people?
I have friends. They are coming too. He looks at him with those big, strange eyes of his.
What now?
We're coming to see the Queen.
Is it? No. I must have misunderstood something. I was to bring you here. This is where the contract ends, right? Everyone else got that? He said, kind of looking to the others for affirmation.
I mean, yeah, that was the thing that we agreed on, I guess.
Oh. No, the improvised team, it is falling apart.
Aquarelle is just giving the rest of you a sympathetic look.
Is
Yeah.
Squirrel looking okay himself right now?
Squirrel is quietly climbing out of the wagon. His wings are drooped, his tail's kind of dragging on the ground. Though, notably, he does hold the end of it up so the axe doesn't drag.
Vernon's just gonna roll his eyes and then get off the cart. Take a sip of his drink. Do that cheers to the new guy.
Sorry, what was that?
Cheers to the new guy. You know where they tip up the bottle.
Yep.
He was given alcohol to attend, as far as he was aware. So I guess he's meeting the queen.
Yes.
While drunk.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Albert,
It takes a lot for him to get drunk, but this isn't a bad start.
This is the third weirdest thing that's happened to him.
Albert's going to look at Squirrel and he's going to say, "Ah, I have time. Plus I wouldn't mind meeting the, I suppose."
The improvised team persists.
It's been interesting so far.
Yay!
If I let your friends and your improvised team come with you, will you behave this time around?
I'll pay you more.
Dollar signs in Zephyr's eyes. You got a deal, funky little man.
Yes.
His closed eyes.
The lines.
The lines changed to dollar signs.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Aquarelle is just tipping his helmet over his eyes as while he just mutters under his breath, "Please, he's
Are you alright?
I'm fine." And he tries to say, but I reckon, and having a lot of experience with Noah at this point, and he's just as whenever he has to deal with him, and his patience wanes pretty fast.
He gets offered the bottle.
Water type boost. That's not easy to get.
Elba is going to pat the other water type on the shoulder. He's like usually Elba is very absent minded and he doesn't see cues, but he can tell Aquarelle's distress. He's just patting him on the shoulder.
Aquarelle will appreciate the gesture, but he'll say, "Sorry, I can't do that on the job."
Thumbs up. The two types of adult reassurance: the shoulder pat and the "Do you want a drink?"
Of course, he's an important castle guard. He has to be. Checks notes. Professional.
Sigh. Still on the note cards, I see.
By the way, how do I put my talkie icon on the thing inside Fantasy Grounds?
Alright, I'll go ahead and explain that real quick. So on your sheet, everybody listen here. You know what, just so I match, I'll do it with Squirrel sheet as well. You're going to double click on the box in the upper left of it. And then it'll bring up picture and tokens. You click on the big box there. And then you'll have a select portrait window pop up. You'll click folder. And then you'll copy and paste the talkie icon into that folder.
Ah.
Then,
Which one?
huh? Use the non-talking version. Then, after you've copy and pasted it into the folder, you'll kind of repeat the process in Fantasy Grounds to refresh it, except this time when you get to the select portrait window, you click the little refresh button, then you'll go into data, and then you'll pick the icon.
Ah, there.
Listen.
If you want to change
Thank
the
you.
color of your dice, you can go into the upper right, and there is a dice icon, and that's where you can change the color of your dice. If you want to pick up some of the specialty dice, there is a Fantasy Grounds affiliate link you can use to support the channel through the link tree. So just, go through that, and if you want to purchase the specialty dice, that is up to you. Otherwise, you can color them, and I think they got some basic sets for free.
Yeah, I like these ones, the water ones.
Whoa.
Ooh.
We will go
All
through...
right.
Yeah, that's a
Way to go
nice
through
nat 20. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with this system, but we'll go
Yes.
through character creation properly in the near future, possibly after the session. But for now, we're just kind of just role-playing for now. But do keep in
Yep.
mind that we basically only use D10s in this system.
Noted.
All right. So, it does seem that, all things considered, Noah is not going to resist coming with you. However, he is bringing his whole entourage with him. There is nothing that would suggest that he can't do this. He just hasn't done this before.
Well, Aquarelle I'll just take it. And to Noah, he'll say, "All right, kid, I think you've kept Her Majesty waiting long enough." As he gestures with a claw, to follow him.
Okay. I always wonder how she knows when I leave and when I'm back. I was leaving off for a full day.
Elba's just going to follow Noah.
As everyone follows him through the castle, there are certainly a lot of looks, but they most often tend to stop looking once they spot Noah and just hurry along their way or pretend to get right back to doing whatever it was that they were doing beforehand.
Lucky bastards.
Quite so. As you are eventually taken to the throne room, where Her Majesty herself awaits, and I will now put her into Lost in Chaos, or the Lost in Chaos chat, as I do have a picture of her too.
Ooh. She a Ninetales?
Correct. However, not only is her fur as black as verdant and pyroclast, she is standing upright.
Elta is not going to recognize the Pokemon that the Queen is immediately. At least until he gets to see the Ninetales, then that's a bit of a giveaway.
She will smile as they enter. Says like, "Oh, well, this was more of a reception than I was expecting."
Aquarelle will politely bow out to the queen and before her leaving the explanations to Noah.
Noah, however, will bound forward rather than stopping to kneel, as he will leap upon her lap and start doing that circle motion. Yes. Hello, I'm back. As she will slowly put a hand to his forehead and pat him. It's like, yes, you are. So I see. So, the rest of you, my apologies for following his whims. It must have been quite the deviation from your expected routine.
Not so much for me. It was an interesting trip.
Verdance will drink to that.
It was something new. I wasn't expecting I would be going on a trip to the castle when I was just going to the town.
There is opportunity in breaking from the mundane.
It is nice that you are also understanding then. And you, with the small one with the wings.
Squirrel is uncertain. But he speaks up. Yes?
You haven't commented on how your current situation has changed since Noah probably entangled you into his little nonsense.
No,
It's not nice.
Noah rescued me.
Oh?
Aquarelle will just raise an eyebrow at that. Clearly, there's disbelief evident on his face.
That's unexpected. He's usually quite the troublemaker, not the problem solver. Well, I suppose there are times where his unique skill set is beneficial. So, how did he help you then? Squirrel? I'm going to need... Yes.
Oh, go ahead. Finish.
Alright. I'm going to need a soul empathic integrity check.
Oh boy. Two.
Wait, what the hell is that roll? 2 5s, 2 7s, and 2 2s.
They match a lot. And that is so funny because they each come into a pair that I will give him an additional success.
Hurrah!
There isn't a psychic move being used, is there?
No, it's not that. But you feel her presence, so to say. The queen is kind and the queen is compassionate, but with her attention so squarely on Squirrel, he can almost feel a strange, almost crushing weight upon him as she seems to be scrutinizing his every hair and probably will be cataloging and cross-referencing his every spoken word now.
And what was the question she asked him? Or did she actually ask one?
I don't believe she's asked a question yet. However, she is now intrigued after saying that, oh, Noah isn't usually a problem solver, he's more of a problem maker. But I suppose there are times where his unique skill set does come in handy. So, what did he do?
He helped me escape from my other team.
You were on a team.
He nods.
Escape? If you were a team, why would you need to escape from one?
They chained me down. To let these doctors do what they wanted to me.
Oh, what kind of team? Pardon my language pitch, but that doesn't sound like something a team would do.
That's a nice cape you have there, young Riolu.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Did you?
I had some help, but yeah, I wanted to specifically do it.
Okay. It's just that from the materials, I'm guessing that was a gold ribbon you woven into your cape. That's a pretty expensive item.
It was pretty and shiny, and yeah.
And they
wanted
let
to.
you have it to weave into your cape.
Well, I was the one that found it. It was before we were a team.
Okay. It's just, I don't believe that perhaps it was always so bad, perhaps. Recent events perhaps caused an unfortunate division. As things go, the limit can be reached quite quickly with the right trigger.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't really the best team member anyways. They're probably better off without me anyways.
Elba is going to is going to show when Squirrel's sad.
Did they say that? Did any of them say that?
Most of them didn't really talk to me at all.
And yet you were a team?
It's more we all woke up together and had nowhere else to go.
Noah is bouncing on the queen's lap as he just can't seem to take it anymore. He's a human!
Pyroclast is gonna like wince a little bit.
Elba's eyes are his eyes are dots already, but you can see them getting bigger. Human Pokemon.
You can just hear a thunk sound at the sound at Aquarelle just slapping Anga Claw onto his helmet.
Victoria says nothing, as she seems to be considering. Looks over to Squirrel. Looks over to Noah. And considers.
That's what they said I am. I don't remember much, but I do have a few memories from before I woke up. Most of them aren't good.
Those are the usual symptoms of a human, at least from what I've read.
Most of them involve doctors and not good things.
That team you were on before, you were with the guild, weren't you?
He nods.
Interesting. Well, this is quite the situation we've got our hands on. But, Noah, this time I will commend you for your actions. Well done, I suppose. You have brought us very valuable information. And a human. Imagine that. Looks like we'll be starting to get busy around here. Training will have to begin from the ground up, but Noah, you understand that since you brought him, you have to take responsibility for him, correct? Not completely, but I guess? Yes. Still, I'll help. Just a bit. It seems like his team isn't particularly on the best terms with him. So, how about this then? Squirrel, step forward.
Squirrel, during all that conversation, looked like he was trying to shrink into the floor.
Yep.
But when she says that, he kind of stumbles forward.
Do you have any desires? Any particular skill set that you believe extraordinary?
I mean, I made this. And he brings his tail, sliding it across the floor. Still the axe, the tip raised up so the axe doesn't drag, but he brings it around.
What a unique wielder you are. And weapon making. Quite the hobby to have. I wonder, are you the knight or the dragon?
I look offended.
For a moment, you catch a brief smirk from her. It does not seem to particularly suit that calm, gentle persona that she seems so widely.
I, I, I guess both? They said I'm a dragon type, and well, I have these, and he kind of stretches his wings out, and these, and he points up at the horns.
Of course. I suppose that question was a bit too difficult for you as you are now. I will ask again later, after you're a bit more complete. Let's.
Did you say complete?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Well, would you say that you're yourself as you are now? Are you sure that this is all there is to you?
Well, I don't really remember much.
Exactly. You'll remember more in time, if my estimations are correct. Most humans do, and since you've already gotten some, that's a pretty good sign, I'd think. So, until that point, I'll do this much for you. As she will reach beside the throne and take a ceremonial blade out and place it upon Squirrel's head.
Squirrel is tensing when he sees it brought out.
For a ceremonial sword, that sure is sharp, actually.
Well, I mean, he's also kind of expecting to be killed at any moment from Vane getting there, so...
Yes, someone else might do the job, especially considering that there is a sword touching your head.
Touch.
Squirrel, former guild member, I would imagine. From this point forward, you are now an official asset to the kingdom of Ikana. Should you be unjustly assaulted or attacked or incarcerated in any fashion, the matter will be officially brought to me. And the offending parties will have to answer for their actions. And I am not particularly inclined to be merciful when it comes to such people who blatantly disregard what I deem to be an asset to the kingdom. However, when it comes to your care, I believe that with Noah and your new associates, things will be able to be resolved. Of course, you may ask me for aid if you truly believe that you are in need. I can't and won't just throw you out. But I am expecting a degree of self-sufficiency, let's say. That is the best method with which you will grow. I've given you protection, and I will make this decree known. Soon all of the kingdom will know who you are. What you make of that will be your own doing.
Squirrel's looking antsy when she's saying all this, and at the when she seems to be done, he's like, but, I kind of. Are you sure?
Do you not approve?
It kind of hurt one of my team members when trying to get away.
Well, that was beforehand. If they pursue you here and cause issue, well, then that will become an issue between the kingdom and the guild. And that will probably become a very messy affair, with which it would be most intelligent for the guild to simply let go of one problematic team rather than sour relations with an entire kingdom.
Squirrel still does not seem very comfortable with that idea, but he nods and just mumbles, thank you.
Besides, you have your new friend. And she is looking at Noah. Simply maintain a cordial relationship with him, and I believe he will do what must be done if you are endangered.
You poor sap.
Elba's going to close his eyes and look kind of pensive.
And this is when she looks over at Aquarelle, remembering he's there, and is like, oh, by the way, you're his babysitter too.
Yeah, see, I was about to get to that because she's saying, well, we have certainly a very exciting rest of the day to look forward to. The rest of you may stay in the castle until tomorrow to discuss and make plans going forward. Aquarelle, if you would stay a moment longer, I have things to discuss with you specifically.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Verdant looks slightly confused at the request to stay and looks at the bottle, then back up to the queen, and the bottle, then the queen, then makes the, oh great, I got roped into this face again.
Yep.
Then shrugs and doesn't move because Squirrel hasn't moved.
Yep. Noah is pondering what to do. Like, should I leave? Well, I suppose you don't have to. I was halfway expecting you to be bounding off to show your new friend the castle, but I suppose I don't need a private conversation exactly. No, I suppose a degree of transparency would be best. I would be most grateful if the lot of you could stay together for a time. Of course, that means you too, Noah. You have to help out your new friends.
The Zard's gonna hold up his hands.
And
then make that house shape with his hands. Then make it look small.
And should you choose to accept this royal request, I shall grant upon you a boon of your choosing. Consider it a royal
A royal what? You kind of
a,
cut off at
ro- a royal favor. Aquarelle, this
Uh,
will be applied to you as well.
um, at Aquawell will, visibly tense for a moment, and as he side eyes Noah for a bit.
Yes, no, I understand. However, going forward, he will not be your responsibility. He will be your teammate. And you will have plenty of allies with which to learn how to manage him efficiently.
I am not sure if this makes it better. No, in fact, I don't think this. I don't think this makes it better at all. And I'm not saying that in character.
Of
Out of
course,
character? No.
of course, you do not have to accept, but it will be disheartening.
Pyroclast is gonna whisper to Edge and say, "What do you think about this?"
While he's doing that, Aquarelle will just sigh, once again, and he will relent. And oh well, can't be worse than how he usually is.
Indeed. I look forward to seeing how you will spend your favor.
Hmm.
After all, I shall do everything within my power to fulfill it.
I trust that you will. He says this while glancing down at his blades that he currently has sheathed.
All right, Noah. You may show them to the rooms if they would like to relax, or to the dining room should they wish for something to eat. You have a lot to do and plan for now.
Everybody's going to look at the others to see what the preparations are at the moment.
Squirrel is looking pensive, deep in thought. He's going to, after another moment, look up. Could I maybe use your forge, please? If there is one?
Of course there is one. However, you will have to convince the royal blacksmith.
He nods.
Noah, go take your friend and do dodge the hammer to the best of your ability. Can do.
Hey, Squirrel.
He looks back.
As you turn to lean or walk away, the Zard will lean in and whisper in your ear. Difficult to talk, but I can listen. Change
Oh.
painful.
Oh, she does seem to quietly motion as Noah takes away Squirrel to halt the others for just a moment.
He nods and looks grateful. I just want to work for a little bit.
He'll drink to that.
Will you need any help with your work?
Is there anything you won't drink to?
Bad things.
That was out of character, but
And Elva's going to ask Squirrel, will you need any help with your work?
maybe I'm trying something new.
Well, I'd be happy to help if I can. You're going to be doing some blacksmithing, correct? You might need some water for that.
He nods. And
It's so nice to see camaraderie. Go have your fun. Go.
thank you, thank you, Your Majesty.
As Noah will take his two friends to the blacksmith, and then Victoria will turn to address the rest of them. Let us speak slightly more comfortably. This is a lot, isn't it?
I'm guessing it was only Squirrel and Noah that left right now.
Yes.
Okay, just making
As
sure.
she was quietly signaling for the rest to stay for just a while longer.
Fair.
This is a lot, isn't it?
Elba is going to nod furiously.
Aquarelle will just give a dead end expression.
I can't say that I know your situations individually. After all, I am also new to this situation, and it is also a lot to take in. Ergo, this is a request, not an order. If any of you would prefer to not, or return to what you were doing and just pretend this didn't exist, now would be the time, and I will not bemoan you in the slightest.
With the greatest respect to you, Your Highness, my agreement to come here was very, very limited in scope. I have a life and a home to return to. I can't stay here for this.
Understandable. Then I shall compensate you for your time and wish you a good day.
Thank you, Your Highness.
I honestly, after seeing that small boy struggle to talk with us in the carriage, I can't just leave him be. But I do need to do some. I'm going to have to notify the rest of my team that I'm going to be in this post for a bit.
Then by all means, take your time.
Pyroclast is just gonna take a deep breath and say, well, after all that's been said here, I don't think, well, I think now we kind of have to see where this leads, so we'll accept your request.
Very well, then.
Well, Your Majesty, you already know my situation at the moment. And my duty is to the kingdom.
I suppose I do. Still, this was sudden, so to say. Certainly, there are others whom I could ask should you decline. And once more, I would not bemoan you if you wanted to retain your former schedule, duties, and whatnot.
I will see where this leads me for now.
Very well. Of course, I'm not going to take anything from you. Your armor and weapons are yours to retain, earned through service.
Thank you.
And you, Charizard, you don't seem terribly invested in this venture, so I shall restate my question. Or offer, rather.
The Zard will kind of give that indistinct shrug, look at the bottle, give it a shake, then kind of look back for a moment. Baking is difficult.
Ah, should I have a notepad prepared? Or a notebook?
He shrugs. I have yet to leave. If I didn't want to be here, I wouldn't be.
Understood. I will look forward to your service then. Okay then. Certainly, I hope this all goes well. And yes, I will be supporting non-intrusively.
Alba's going to give a small bow.
And I believe that would be a good place to end things off for now.
All right.
This was a pretty interesting session, not gonna lie.
Quite so.
That it was. No, I'm just counting the seconds before Aquarelle becomes like Vayne and from having to deal with Noah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
From having to deal with Noah. I thought you were going to say from having to deal with
Was
Squirrel.
so-
Oh no.
Well, thing is, he has a bit more experience with Noah.
Yeah.
But right now, he hasn't had a good impression of Squirrel. All he has done was bring him to the throne room and watch Noah drag him away.
Yeah.
Well, Squirrel is here to try and get better, so hopefully he won't drive you to that point himself.
I'm sure he won't.
That and oh no, another dark type. What will happen?
Also, Elba is in a bit of an interesting position right now because he's technically a team leader himself, but now he got roped into being the leader of a completely different team, or rather, just a babysitter.
I would not object if you bring the other two along as NPC.
I mean, that's sort of what I've done with Edge.
Well, we could talk about it. I wouldn't mind.
So what was this about another Charmander that I need to worry about appearing now?
Yep.
Is it
But-
black as well?
No, he is regular Charmander colors, but he does have a blue flame tail.
Oh, another member to the Blue Tail Flame Club.
It's gonna be real hard convincing Noah you aren't a family.
I can show you.
What you
I
don't
can,
what you don't realize is that he is black. He is just painted orange so that people don't know.
I can show you guys the two other members of Elba's team here. I'm gonna send it in the Lost in Chaos chat.
I just
So-
didn't expect this at all with like the Charmander line.
Yeah. Okay, here I send it in the Lost in Chaos chat.
This would have been the second game where I made a character and somebody else happened to have also made a character, and it would have been like, you guys are related, and me going, okay.
I mean, Noah assumed.
You don't have to have that be the case here. Just
No,
like you didn't have
but
to
it's
have
funny.
it be the case with Asher.
No, but it was funny.
Yeah.
I will go with the story. If a bunch of people go, no, that's your kid, I'm going to be like, yep, that's my kid.
Okay,
Well-
and there's the
At least in this story, you've confirmed you're not, but that doesn't mean you can't be adopted. Or, I guess, adopt.
yeah. Also, those are the other two members of Elvis's team. A slack of an Charmander.
Man, this is not quite what I expected, especially since so many people were just sort of given to me today.
I know,
What?
I wasn't expecting to have, like, I knew IDDoThings and Gimund were planned, and then we suddenly had many more.
Were they
Um,
planned? I wasn't told about them. More people joining until today.
Well, we talked about it
Yeah.
last week with at least Gimund.
Oh, yeah.
With the
That's
Pyroclast.
You also didn't have
That-
to pull us in today.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I want to.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not against it. I just wasn't
I mean,
expecting to have that many takers.
Yeah. Also, I think Enja did a pretty fantastic job, considering this was all last minute.
Very much so. Now,
Yeah.
I would say we go ahead and get character creation done real quick.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
too
right.
late for me to stick around. Can we do character creation another time?
Well, you already know the process at least a little bit,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
yeah, we can do it another time.
Yeah.
Are the
Yeah,
rest
I
of you
am-
good to continue? But again, same thing with you, Raharu. You've done this.
Yeah. If
Um,
nothing else, I can talk with you later. But yeah, I gotta head to bed pretty soon.
Alright.
Yeah, I got to be up in 6.5 hours, so I'm going to bed, y'all.
Sleep well.
Yeah.
All right.
Good night,
Have a
Ara.
good night.
And the rest of you have fun making your characters.
Indeed.
All right. Likewise.
Yep.
All right. So Matteo, I know you're not staying with the group. I assume the rest of you are good to stay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Hey,
Well.
oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Enja, thank you for running the session. You're an awesome storyteller.
No problem.
This just ain't the scene for me. I'm sorry.
It's a lot of chaos and it's very sudden. Perhaps there will be another one for you.
Hey, but I appreciate y'all having me, especially on such short notice, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good evening.
All
Good
right.
thing
Same to you.
You as well.
Good thing I've been improving my habits of checking my DMs.
All right. So for the rest of you, go to scar-srd.com. I'll put it in the stream chat. At the top of the sheet there, or the document there, you'll find the Scar character sheet. It's linked. You'll want to open that up.
Alrighty. I'll work on this later on my own, since I already know how to do it. Or I'll ask later if I need some help. But I'm
Okay.
heading to bed. Yeah.
Sleep well.
Good night, guys.
Okay. Good night. All right.
All right. So, having that up, you're going to go up to File in the upper left and go to Make a Copy. And then from there, you will... Actually, considering this is the most up-to-date version we've got right now, I'll go ahead and go through this as well for updating Squirrel Sheet. Enja, I'm assuming we're just gonna go with what Squirrel's got for stats outside of the evolved bonuses.
To a degree, some party members, such as Aquila, I may issue additional items and experience to, as he is in fact a very experienced person and a guard to the royal castle.
Fair
So I
enough.
believe it would make sense for him to have more, and perhaps also for Elva.
All right. You guys will want to go to page 16 on the SCAR system document, and that is the character creation process.
Okay.
And just to make it easier for you guys, I will link the SCAR move costs in the stream chat as well. So, already done on the sheet, you can see that you already have 1 dot in all of the attributes. At this point, we have a total of 12 dots. So you can distribute those attributes as you please. Body is for more physical moves and, you know, physical things that you do. If you guys want more explanations on any of these, there is a stat explanations section down on starting on page 21. Those will explain what all the different stats are and what they do. And, yeah, you got 12 points to spend. Body is for physical things. Mind is for more mental. It's not necessarily just raw intelligence. It's more nuanced than that. Because, like, you could have a low mind and still be intelligent. It doesn't really impact that.
All right. How many A for primary attributes again?
For both, this is for both primary and secondary attributes. Altogether, you will have 12.
Okay. And that's counting the 5 that are already here?
Yes, that is including the 5 you already have. So you get to put in 7 more.
All right.
Then we have our evolution stuff.
Which will be up to Enja on a case-by-case basis, but typically for evolution, you get 2 additional attributes. So for Aquarelle, it would be 4 additional attribute points, and for Pyroclast, it would be 2. God, this animation's looking so good. Soul is typically used for status effect kind of moves. But it also grants you soul boost dice. Every session you get, like every session that we sit down for, you get soul boost dice that you can use to either re-roll a 1 or add an extra die to a roll. So soul is pretty useful. Vigor is used during a short rest to heal up. It's also used in conjunction with willpower to do a second wind. And then willpower allows you to re-roll an entire roll. With those, you regain vigor and willpower every long rest. Keep in mind that vigor and willpower, every time you use them, they cost an exhaustion point. Which, when you get to 4 points of exhaustion, you start getting penalties. And it goes up the more exhaustion you get.
Okay.
We can explain the more in-depth stuff as we go along, but most of it's pretty straightforward. For the record, with exhaustion points, you only recover 2 of them per long rest.
Okay, hey. Sorry, I was having a hard time figuring out how to put dots there.
Oh, derp. Yeah. So you click the little arrow to the right of them and select how many dots you want to have.
Yeah, I got it now.
I got it too.
Okay. My bad. I should have explained that in the first place, though. So yeah. On to the next step. Expertises. Almost every role is going to be the combination of 3 stats. You got your attribute, your expertise, and then your skill. When it comes to most roles, you get to choose which expertise you roll alongside your attribute roll. So it's really the point of the expertise is more to flavor the role. Like, are you doing whatever you're doing in an empathic manner, or are you being forceful with it? Are you working with somebody else, or you're using teamwork? Are you approaching it with just your bare instincts? So on and so forth. For these, you get 4 dots to put in them. No more. None of them can be above 1 dot. So you have to get at least, you have 1 dot and 4 of those. You get 4 of those at 1 dot.
Okay.
At this point of the game, you'll want to put in total below that where it says merits. Merits are what you use to level up your expertises. So in the total box, you'll put 45. And then in the current one is also 45. To level up an expertise, it costs 10 merits per the dot that you're going to. So if you're purchasing the first dot in an expertise, it's 10 merits. If you're purchasing the second one, it'll be 20 merits. so on and
Alright.
so forth. Obviously, you have to buy each dot as you go along. So you
Alright.
can't just dump, 40 and get something to 4 dots. No. Just let me know when you guys are finished with your expertises.
Okay. Okay.
Pyro, are you good? Or Gimund?
Yep.
Alright. Next step. You have skills. You get 2 dots per column to put into any of your skills. And then, in addition to that, you also get 4 extra dots to put wherever you would like. You can have no more than 1 dot per skill. So, you can put 1 in athletics, 1 in brawl, then 1 in acrobatics, 1 in evasion, 1 in academics, and another in appraisal. And then you get to spend 4 on any of the others in those columns. If you would like a quick explanation on any of the skills, do let me know. Important ones to pick up. Brawl is for melee attacks. Ranged is for ranged attacks. Perception is, God stat in every tabletop game. Integrity is your ability to reduce damage that's coming in. Evasion is your ability to dodge attacks that are coming at you. Beyond that, Marksman is for attacking at ranged with a weapon. Melee is attacking, melee with a weapon. So like your swords would be under melee.
Noted.
Yep.
What would appraisal? How would you describe that?
Appraisal is a skill that allows you to assess the value of an item or an object. It also can help you evaluate the status or strength of an opponent. It's particularly useful for shopping and such. But of course, you can also attempt to use it for, in battle to be like, I wonder how wounded they are. How close to death they are.
Okay.
Beyond that, when it comes to a lot of these skills, this system is designed to be creative. So you are very much welcome to come up with different and more unique uses for any of these skills.
Noted.
Obviously with Storyteller approval.
Understood. So it was 2 in each H and then 4 wherever?
2 per column and then 4 wherever. Yes.
Okay.
Again, though, you can only have a max of 1 per skill. 1 dot per skill.
Okay.
Any
Got
other?
it.
Go ahead.
I just said I got it.
All right.
One last thing. Craft. What is that?
Craft encompasses making things. typically with craft, you're going to want to grab a specialty to go with it. I'll get to the specialties in a moment, but craft is a skill for simply making things. Like, for example, Squirrel's metalworking is with craft. I'll go ahead and explain the specialties now. You get to start with one specialty. Specialties are basically the flavor text for your character. They give you bonuses to various things. Like if you get a craft specialty, like in the case of Squirrel, he's got a specialty for craft metalwork. Which allows him to get a bonus die anytime he is smithing with metal. There is Squirrel also has a specialty under evasion called ADHD, where it gives him a bonus to his evasion because not even he knows where he's going to be at any given moment. And so it's a little harder for enemies to properly hit him when he's like, ooh, what's this shiny rock? As the sword swings over his head. Hello there, Dill. Thanks for the follow. You guys do get one specialty for free at character creation, which is basically meant to represent your background in some way. Like for Squirrel, his was ADHD. You know, he started off the character with that, so he, you know, that is his background, and that's the bonus that he got. With this, you'll want to get approval for whatever you choose from Enja. But there is purposely no specification on what these specialties can be, because you can come up with situations, and anytime that a situation might come up where it may apply, you can just ask Enja, hey, can I apply this specialty? And then he can say yay or nay.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I think my specialty may be for Aquarelle might be kind of obvious.
Purchasing additional specialties does cost 25 experience points. This price can be reduced by roleplay. Depending, you know, if you've got a teacher training you how to actually cook, of course, the storyteller is welcome to reduce the cost of your of acquiring a specialty for cooking. In addition to that, you can also... Actually, did I change the price on that? I feel like I might have. Where did I put that? Did I not put that in there? I guess not. Well, either way, I'll find the costs on that. I don't think I rewrote that section yet. I'll probably do that tonight, actually. After I verify that I haven't actually rewritten that section. But anyways, back on task here. Like I said, you can pick whatever specialty you want, provided Enja approves, and it can apply to various situations that it may be applicable to.
Okay.
Beyond that, you can also master a specialty by spending some extra XP. Okay, I found that section. Ah, right, character advancement. I did write this. Okay, specialties are actually 15 XP per, and then they can be mastered for 25 XP to grant an additional +2 bonus to the roll. For a total of +3 to the mastered specialty roll.
Alright, sounds good.
And then the next thing that you need to do for character creation. Did you guys open up that Scar move costs document that I linked?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Where is it again?
I posted it in the chat. I'll repost it again.
Okay, now I have it open.
Cool. So, you get a simple move with, in this case, it would be normal type. Scar, we of course have come up with our own type chart, but for Pokemon, they've got their types. So it would be normal typing. This would be on the back tab of your character sheet, where you would put these in. And it's a basic attack with 4 power. It is physical for category. Type would be normal. Damage is 4. Accuracy is 0, meaning it's not a plus or a minus. And then no additional effects to it. This is kind of a natural attack of some kind. Think of tackle, scratch. Those are the only two that are coming to mind right now, but those types of moves for Pokemon.
Okay, just to reiterate, type normal, category physical, damage 4, accuracy 0.
Yes. And then the name is whatever you would like to come up with, but it should represent a natural attack of some variety, such as claws, tackle, kick, scratch, etc. The name of it is basically how you're flavoring it, really. They're all the same stats on it. It's just are you punching them? Are you kicking them? Are you tackling? Are you scratching? Etc., etc. The second move is a more utility one. This would be similar to Growl or Tail Whip or Howl. Those kinds of moves from Pokemon. It allows you, this move is, for type it would be normal, for category it would be status, damage is 0, and accuracy would also be 0. And additional effects, you can choose to either, you get to decide here whether you're going to have one that can affect an enemy or affect an ally. So you can either increase one of your allies' stats, or you can decrease an enemy's stats. And you do need to pick which stat. For this system, we've got, you can see on the front tab, we've got stat changes. So this would be physical damage, special damage, physical integrity, special integrity, accuracy, invasion, initiative, or speed. Again, physical damage is for, more actually present moves, physical moves. Special damage is for things that are metaphysical, I think is the term most people wind up using. Like, if there's a physical presence to the move, then it uses physical. Integrity will... physical integrity is for resisting the damage coming in. It just flat out reduces the damage that's coming in from a physical type move. Special integrity reduces damage from a special type move. Accuracy, kind of self-explanatory. It affects how much they can hit. Evasion, dodging. Initiative, for that one, when it comes to changes for that, it can change the combat order. So if you increase somebody's initiative, they get a +10 to their initiative standing on the combat order. Speed is actual physical movement speed. Each point in that is a reduction of 5 feet. Or increase of 5 feet for movement speed.
Alright, noted.
And next up, the last thing is you have 30 XP to spend. This can be used on your skills. You can have a maximum of 2 dots in any one skill. If you choose to use the XP on that, you can grab extra specialties, or you can create a move, a third move. This move is typically meant for, ember, water gun, etc., but you can flavor it however you would like. This 30 XP is a use it or lose it kind of situation. And if you choose to use it on a move, that's why I linked to that Scar move cost document. So, like, if you wanted to go with Ember, for example, you could have, with that much XP, you could have it at damage of 4. Power of 4, and 20 feet of range.
I see.
Also, one of you has been turned into a kangaroo. Congratulations. The other one is a dingo.
Wait, what?
In the upper right, on the Scar move class. We've got an anonymous dingo and an anonymous kangaroo.
I'm the dingo.
I'm the kangaroo. So then.
Okay, do you see the
No, I see the dingo. Oh.
Okay, so that means you are the kangaroo. And now we've got a wolf on there.
So do we write this? Do we write down the 30 XP on our?
No, this needs to be. This needs to be spent now, so you might as well. There's no real point in writing it down because, again, you got to spend it now.
Okay.
Oh, we lost Enja. Just let me know what you're planning to go with and if you need any additional help on it.
Okay.
So would a power 5 with a 15-foot range work?
Are you planning for this to be... So with this, you've got your describe the move to me a bit. What are you thinking for the move?
It's a ranged move with 15 feet using the XP.
So, range is in increments of 10. Reach is different. Reach comes in, moves are also classified as either melee or ranged. So if you are going with range, then it would be 10 feet increments for 5 XP each.
Okay.
Okay, so... trying to think here. Would so range and reach again? What was the difference again?
So, right now, the rules aren't currently written, but specifying whether your move is considered melee or ranged is important, because if you're trying to use a ranged move in melee, it opens you up to an attack of opportunity. Whereas if you're using a melee move with reach, you can hit something further away without being open up to that attack of opportunity.
Okay.
That is why there's a distinction between it.
Okay, so I guess a power 4 move with damage. It's move with 4/4 with reach each with 5 reach each is good.
Yes. So you could do 4 damage, and you get to skip the square right next to you and reach past that.
All right.
All right, I changed it to be power 4 range of 20 feet.
Sounds good. And then, of course, you also get to choose whether it is considered physical or special. The storyteller does need to approve of whether you're going one way or the other. But like with Pokemon, basically everything ranged is special and everything melee is physical. That's not the way it works here. In this situation, it is a bit more nuanced and up to you and the storyteller to decide what they would go under based on your description of the move. So that all said, you'll want to get with Enja for that, but in general, you get to choose whether it's going to be physical or special for the move.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to them about Edge anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds fair.
But that all aside, you guys have 205 XP to spend. This
Yay.
is stuff that you can spend on increasing, like with your moves, you can buff up your moves. You can, you can buff up your moves. You can, get more skills. You can get specialties, etc., etc. Just make sure you share your sheet with Enja, so he can look it over. And if you have any further questions, I can happily answer. With the 205 XP, you are more than welcome to go beyond, you know, the what's currently set there for. You are able to go past what's currently set there for the character creation side of things.
Okay.
So at this point, you can go to 2 dots and a skill and such.
So, I noticed there's like picking 2 traits and 1 drawback and 1 feature thing.
Those aren't finished yet. That's why I skipped
Okay.
past those. Yeah, I need to sit down and get back to work. I probably will tonight while Whiskers is doing art, or actually I'll probably be ending the stream here shortly, but either way, yeah. Those
Yeah, I
aren't
might
done
need a
yet,
little more
so...
time.
Oh, no worries. I mean, you got till next Thursday, so you got plenty of time.
Yeah. Just need to touch bases with Enja quite a bit, is all. And to review the RAW document, the SCAR document a bit more.
Yeah. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to answer. And you can also message Taldarius as well.
Alright, will do.
Got it.
Sorry, repeat that. My headset randomly cut out.
Oh, I said got it.
Okay. Well, on that note, thank you all so much for joining us today for the stream. I really appreciate all of you. I hope to see you back here tomorrow for more streaming, or later today, depending on your time zone. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Okay.
You two can say bye now.
Bye.
Yeah, there you go.
Bye.